Hello and welcome to JTS Races, and the first video we'll do inside our new tent. I'm very lucky actually. Yesterday we finished the tent with the last video I made, and this morning, or rather this night and morning, we had the first snow in Sweden. Like -2, snowing. It has gone over to a very ice cold rain now. Thankfully I finished the garage and we can start doing videos. And as you can see, it's roomy. I have at least 70 centimeters on both sides of the car, and I have a huge space here. It will be very easy, and I could have tools here and everything. And from this video and onward, this Alfa Romeo will never be a winter car again. This will be a garage car and a summer car. It has taken too much beating the last winters, and I have decided from now we will start working for real with this car, and I will use another car during the winters to pick up the kids, and can really focusing on this car and getting it as good as possible. Because with 4 kids, bad winters and everything, it's really damaging for a car this old, because it's not a new car anymore. And from today also, we will start for real with the engine. Today is the dreaded day that I've been talking about for so long. We will start removing everything and try to remove the air intake manifolds. There will be many steps for this. I have never done it before in my life on any car, and at least, yeah, I only know in theory from YouTube how to do it. So it's a little bit scary, but I think we take it slow, we take it in steps, and I will show you everything. And every time I'll make a mistake, I will say, now I make a mistake, don't do like this. So we really try to do a good video how to do it when we are amateurs, mechanics. Yeah, but there's nothing more to it. Let's take the camera and position it very good, and we start taking it apart. Yay! Let us start with just looking at the engine and see which part is which part we need to remove, which part we need to be extra careful with, and etc, etc. Well, the intake manifold, as you know, is on the top part, and it's 2 parts. It's one plastic part and one aluminium part that is screwed into the engine. We need to remove both of them. We have a lot of things going on top of here. Here we have a lot of things. We have electricity cords going everywhere. We have oil vapor systems going in. We have the air intake going in. We have engine coolant that goes over here and then over the edge and into the engine, and some other things. And all of these we need to remove, and be careful when we remove it, because we don't want to damage it, and also to remember how do we put it back together. I think the easiest way, we start from the right. We start with the air intake. We start removing the hose and the throttle body and the electronics that is around the throttle body over there. At the same time, we also start removing the oil vapor system that goes, back in, circulating back into the air intake for to be burnt one more time. Let's see now. The first step now is take this and unclip it. This is the vapor recycling, blah blah blah. And I should just pull it out. Then I will pull up this one out. This is also a recircling, blah 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 blah. And it's dirty. And as usual, I could not pull it out with my left hand. I had to use my right hand. Now I have untightened the clamp, so we can pull this out. But first, I have to loosen a small screw here that is connected to the cam, and now we should be able to move everything out. Bloop, you see? And see if we can get a bloop here too. Yeah, there we have the second bloop. Now we have 4 bloops, and this one is loosened. And as you can see, everything is loosened around here. It's just the oil vapor systems. I think I should unclamp it down here, because this will be in the way when I work. Since I am lazy, I only untightened it a little bit so I can twist it, and I will let it be like that. I just took some paper along the pipe that goes inside here, because it's very oily, so I want to protect it. So let's see now. The next step now, I think we will remove the throttle body, but before that we take away that connection and that connection and that connection, and we have one more we have one more pipe that goes down there with electricity, and that we can't perhaps not disconnect. But if you disconnect there, and there, and then we have the line going here, up here, and we disconnect here, and up here, and there. Then we should take the whole spider net, and maybe we can just twist it and lay it down on this side. And for all of you who really hate to disconnect electronics in cars, I'll go through the 6 different contacts. It's not 6 different contacts, but they are a little bit different. The first, we have 2 blue ones. The one here and the one up here. And this is a little bit tricky, but they work the same way as this one. You see, you have this yellow thing here. This you have to carefully remove. Just it moves that way. But you have to lift it up a little bit and remove it. And when you do that, these two, if you push like this, they go in opposite direction and unlocks one lug on each side, and then you can move it. And that is how the blue works. I'll show you. You see, like this. You push here and you push there, and it moves, and it jumps off that little lug. The trick is to get rid of the yellow locking device, because here was no problem, because it was on top. Here was no problem too. Then I have here, I have a black one that is connected down here. On this one, the yellow blocking device was on the bottom side. That means I could not reach it anyway, so I had to try with a screwdriver, and without seeing it, getting it to pop up, and what happened? I broke it in half. But really, I don't really need it. It's just a locking, small locking W that we just hold in place. This one is very simple. This one, as you can see, you just push it and it pops off the small locking lug. And the final one here has a sprint, like a clamp that you need to unclamp in order to make it pop out. And that was those. Now I will carefully, you see, take it off all the small plastic holders all the way, and see if we can move it down up here without having to actually disconnect it down there somewhere. At this point, I think I will just finishing removing the throttle body first, and then we will carefully remove this. We do if we need it. This is for the engine coolant, and this actually just bypass everything and go down into here. So this really is not directly connected to the manifold, it's just connected through the clamps. We will see, and we need to remove this, what is this? Pressure hose or something? I don't know. Let's continue. I will very fast remove the throttle body first. Throttle body is gone. Now I don't know myself what I should do next. This line coming here, it goes in here and have here. This is fuel. I don't know. I have to remove it. But this, since it's fuel, it's under pressure, so... How How do I release pressure without having fuel everywhere? Okay, I'll leave this for 1 second and do the next thing. I think I will remove just this clamp and try to remove the recirculation of the engine coolant. And then, let's see now. This one we have to loosen too. Now we have some water. And here, this one we have to loosen too. And that one. And unscrew this for this electricity. Okay, let's do that. That one, unscrew that, and unclamp that. A little bit further again. This is unscrewed here, and this one is loose. What did I do more? I am now at, this one is loose too. You know, it was up here. And now I'm trying to get this, we call it Servo oil container. And I had one screw here, there was no problem. And then of course there is one more screw. Wait, I need to have the light on. And down there is the next screw. And of course then you have the connections here. And we don't want to disconnect this. Because I think that we will just unscrew this and let it flap around here, because I don't want to... I think it's too much trouble. I think we can get it out without having to remove this. I hope. But I will try to get in and get that screw in some way. I have no idea. We have already come to the dreaded point. For me to remove the plastic part, of course, I have to unclamp it. And then I have one screw that is in there. It's very tight fit. I think I could, in some way, get it out. And then we have the dreaded bolt that is hidden and that everyone has a problem with. And well, I can't show you it because it's actually under the reservoir here. I have to remove the reservoir, and yeah, I don't think I can show you it. I don't really see it. But the thing is, this is full of oil. I don't want to take it off and make this huge mess. I got the second screw of my reservoir out. No, I did not get it out. It broke. When I was trying to bend and get my fingers in everything, it snapped, the plastic. Oh, so it's like, well, never mind. I think it's enough with one screw anyway. So, but this way, now I actually see the screw. You see the black one in there? That is the second one. That is very difficult to reach. Yeah, and as I show you on the other side, we have the other one. So we try now and get them out. It's stupid that I broke it. Yeah, really snapped. Well, maybe I could have reached it from underneath, I think, yeah. Maybe it would have been easier if I had lifted the car and reached this one from underneath. Okay, let's see now. I need to get some room to see some small bit that I can reach in on both sides, because it's a very little headspace. We talk about a couple of centimeters, most. Well, I think we have come to the end of this video today. I have to admit that this takes longer than I thought, and yeah, it's getting late now. But we actually managed to remove almost everything now, and we are now at the two screws that holds the plastic part of the manifold, and it's tight fitting, new deals. I will have to come up with some good little tool to get in. It's tight, but it's manageable. If I get a whole day, I will get it out. I'll get it out. I hope you like this first part. The first part of removing the intake manifolds in Alfa Romeo JTS. and like and subscribe, and tomorrow we'll go back in it with a lot of coffee and we'll get it out. Goodbye and have a very good day.